Leadership and grace. Amen. And we know about grace, all right? And everybody wants grace. Because grace, oh boy, we want grace. Grace is you getting what you really don't deserve. That's what grace is. And when we get biblical with the grace of God, it's just an unmerited favor of God. You can't earn it. You can't do anything to get. You can't buy it. Just an unmerited. You didn't do anything to get this. Just God says, yeah, you don't deserve it, but I'm gonna give it to you. I just like you. I'm gonna give it to you. That's grace. Oh my goodness. And today we're going to talk about leadership and grace. Why would it be important for a leader and people in leadership to have grace? Why would that be something that you would even have a subject of? Why is that? Anybody got any thoughts on that? Let's talk about this for a minute before we get started. Leadership and grace. We know grace is just, you get what you don't deserve, and, grace and mercy, they kind of always go together, right? Grace and mercy. And mercy is, you're getting what you don't deserve. You don't deserve it, you're just getting mercy. God just give you some mercy. You deserve some bad, but I'm going to give you some good. And grace is, man, you're just getting what you don't deserve. They kind of go hand in hand in that grace and mercy. So why is that important for a leader? Think about that for a minute. Any ideas? Grace and leadership. Grace. Go ahead. Yes, please. Yes.
Because they mess up sometimes.
Okay. Oh my goodness. So the leader knows he's going to have people under him following, and the people are going to mess up sometimes. So you got to have some grace available to give to people. Oh, that's wonderful. That's one. That's a big one now. Because the ball sometimes, if the ball just clobbers you of everything, you're out of here. That would get kind of ugly. But if the boss, no, okay, I understand, we're going to work with you here, you done messed it up 12 times, but we're going to see you 13, will be the key thing here, we're going to keep going with you, all right? That's beautiful, all right? Because folks going to mess up. How many of y'all know folks going to mess up? Amen. If you deal with people, people going to do some things that going to get on your nerve, aggravate you, you the boss, you the in charge, you the supervisor, you're going to have to extend some grace. Oh, wow. All right, anybody else? Why is grace mercy? Yes, sir.
You begin to develop a more transparent group of people, so if somebody does mess up, they're more willing to come and tell you so that we can fix it.
Okay, so they won't want to hide things from you because they know you got plenty of grace. Oh man, that's wonderful. That is so wonderful. Instead of oh man, I done messed this up. Oh gosh, if he finds out, I'm done. He's gonna have my head. Well, they know that the leader has some grace and some mercy. They'll be, hey, look here, I messed this up. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't try to do it or whatever. How can we fix it? Oh man, that's wonderful. Put a pin in that. We're gonna come back to that later. That's a good one now. We're gonna work on that a little bit. Anybody else? Why is it so important? They made a title for a lesson out of this. Leadership and grace. Two terrific points. People are gonna mess up, and then if people do mess up, they won't try and hide it. Two great points. Somebody, I know you're thinking. I see you churning. I see your brain churning. Who's got something? Come on, help me out here. Let's go in a direction here. Y'all gonna leave me? Y'all gonna let's go with those two? You gonna run with those two? All right, let's run with those two. All right, that's all we get. I always have room for 8 more. I always say I got room for 8 more. All right. So people are gonna mess up, and the leader's gonna have to extend some grace. And people won't try and hide things. Won't try and hide things. That's just wonderful. All right? Now, when you are the leader, you are the one that is at liberty to extend grace or not. You're the one. You're the one. If you're in charge, you're the one that can say, give him another chance or clobber him. I mean, you're the one. I mean, you're the leader, right? So you've got that liberty. You've got that ability to be merciful or not. How many people like a merciful boss? How many people like leadership that's merciful? All right, okay, we like that. All right, oh man, be sympathetic towards me, son. Oh man. Well, let's look into this lesson and see what this lesson has for leadership and grace. In our focus spot says, godly leaders demonstrate the importance of keeping covenants, all right, and showing grace to those that they lead. Showing grace to them, all right? The leader, they gotta demonstrate this. They gotta show people that this is how it works. You gotta demonstrate this to people, all right? To the ones that they lead. And keeping covenants, that's just a wonderful thing. If the leader makes a deal with you, or some kind of covenant or some kind of contract, wouldn't you want the leader to keep that contract? I mean, what y'all agreed on, you would like him to stick with that. I don't know if anybody's been keeping up with the news lately, but it's a bunch of folks out on strike right now. All right, because some covenants was broken and some agreements weren't upheld and everything. All right, the agreement was bad and all this kind of stuff. All right, so it's some unrest in leadership and the workers in that situation because covenants weren't kept. All right, that gets to be ugly. So leaders, in our scripture here, it says leaders have to demonstrate that that's very, very important to keep covenants. All right, and to show some grace. Very important. Let's jump in our lesson. Oh man. We're going to start in our lesson in 2 Samuel. All right, the 9th chapter and the 1st verse. We're going to come up and catch the other one, but we're going to start there. In the 9th verse, all right? And it says, and David said, is there yet any that is left of the house of Saul? Is there anybody left of the house of Saul? And this is a, you got to understand the time that's going on here. This is the time when David is starting to flourish as king. All right, he's been established as king. At this point right here, Saul and Jonathan are dead. All right, they've been killed in battle. All right, so Saul and Jonathan are now off the scene. All right, and David is in the full flower of being king. All right, this is his heyday of being king. All right, I know in our Bible lesson we're looking at it and he's not doing too great. He's running from Saul. That's in our Bible study. But we're Sunday morning, we gotta change gears here, okay? All right, okay. So right now, he is in full bloom in his kingship. All right. This is after Saul is dead. This is before Bathsheba. Okay, so we're right in there. He's doing real good right at this point. All right. He conquered a bunch of enemies. All right, the Amalekites, the Philistines. The Philistines are just terrified of David, okay? The Hittites and all these guys, he just conquered them all. If they ain't conquered and destroyed, he's got them taxed. They are under tribute, all right? And David, man, he wasn't no joke, all right? David came conquering people, and if he didn't want to, okay, I'm not going to destroy y'all, but we're going to tax y'all heavy. Y'all start sending some income into the kingdom here. Oh man, he was something else, all right? And this was the heyday of his time here now. And when a new king comes in, all right, a new dynasty, this is what makes this so important. When a new dynasty come in, all right, and the old dynasty is gone, all right, so King Saul was one dynasty and another family that was other than David's family, all right. The new king, when he came in, it was customary, it was normal for the new king to kill out the whole old dynasty. Anybody that was family to Saul, it was customary, it was normal for the new king, King David, to come in and just kill everybody. It would have been a wholesale massacre. All right, anybody with the last name Saul. Well, it wouldn't have been their last name Saul, but you know, you get what I'm saying, right? Okay, anybody from that regime, anybody that was killing him, any of the sons of Saul, they would have been the first fellas to go. All right, then it worked on down to the cousins and nephews, and all right, and second, third cousin, all that, aunties. I don't know if they killed aunties then. They might have been, but I don't know. So if you was associated with that family, well, they were taking you out. All right, they were taking you out. And so for David to ask this question was not out of the ordinary. This was a normal question. There was nothing surprising about this question. For David to come and say, "Hey, is there any more of Saul's family left? All right, is there any more of them left?" All right, and that didn't surprise anybody. All right, the next part of the verse is what surprised everybody. He said, and David said, "Is there any that is left of the house of Saul?" No surprise there. Here's the big surprise: that I may show him kindness for Jonathan's sake. Now that was the kicker. That was the surprise right there. That was that moment of, you're going to show him kindness? Yeah, I want to show him some kindness for Jonathan's sake. Because me and Jonathan, we made a covenant. We had a little contract. All right? Anybody remember what happened with Jonathan and David shortly after David killed Goliath? David was come back from killing Goliath. It was like the post Goliath killing interview, and he's talking to King Saul and explaining to him what happened and everything, and how all the events transpired and all. And then as he's talking, all right, and he finished talking, Jonathan comes up, takes off his royal robe, takes off everything that makes him kingly, and gives it to David. Just gives it to him. And at that point, he comes and makes a covenant with David. Jonathan and David make a covenant at that point, right? I mean, it's shortly after David kills Jonathan. They make a covenant together. And this covenant between them two was, hey, I'm taking off all my kingly garments, I'm taking off my sword, all my gear, I'm giving it to you. This is to say that you are the next king. I'm giving up my right to the throne, and I'm giving it to you. And what made this extra special, because Jonathan was next in line. Jonathan was not just the prince. All right, the king's son, that's the prince. Jonathan was the crown prince. He was next in line for the throne. He was the crown prince because he was the oldest son. So for him to take off all of his gear and say, hey, I denounce my kingship, I'm giving it over to you. All right, that was big because he was dead next in line. All right, and so at that point they make a covenant, and the covenant between them two were that when you become king, you won't kill my family. You show them some kindness. You show them some kindness. So now that's wonderful. So Jonathan, like I said, is dead now. All right, so David is keeping a covenant to a guy that's no longer on the scene. What kind of faithfulness does that show of David? Jonathan's not here. All right, it would have been easy to say, well, Jonathan's not here. Oh, well, I'm releasing that covenant. Most contracts you usually get out of them when you die. You know, even marriage, you know, when you took that divorce part, all right, you know, even that one, right? All right, but this one, even Jonathan and David, they had a covenant that was stronger than life itself. It was strong. This covenant was strong. Even though Jonathan is off the scene now, he's out of the way, David is still upholding this covenant. He's not. He said, I'm looking for any more of Saul's family, and I'm looking for him to show him some kindness. I'm showing some kindness for Jonathan's sake, who is He's long dead now. All right? So that just shows what kind of a person David is. All right? Second verse. There was of the house of Saul a servant whose name was Ziba. And when they had called him unto David, the king said unto him, Art thou Ziba? And he said, Thy servant is he. You know, kind of military type talk, right? So this is the thing. David had to go through some trouble to find out if there was some family of Saul left. You know why? Because they went in hiding. They went in hiding. When they heard that Saul was dead, everybody that was kin to Saul went underground. All right? Everybody. Because they knew that their life was in jeopardy. That was customary. Their life was in jeopardy. So David had to hire an investigator. All right? He had to hire some intelligence to go find these people. All right? So it wasn't that. So David was committed to keeping this covenant that he had with Jonathan. He was committed to show kindness to his family. Even though he had to go an extra step. He had to go and find them. All right? And there was one that was left. All right? And we know we're going to find out that his name is Mephibosheth. All right? And he had some problems, and we're going to get to that in just a minute. But I want to show you what happened as soon as they heard about Saul. I told you they went underground, right? So, fourth verse here, 2 Samuel 4:4 said, and Jonathan, all right, that's who the covenant was between Jonathan and David. All right, and Jonathan, Saul's son, had a son. All right, so Jonathan had a son that was lame on his feet. So he had some problems with his feet. He had some leg issues here. And this is what happened to him. He was 5 years old when the tidings of Saul and Jonathan, all right, out of Jezreel. When the tidings of Saul came about Saul and Jonathan out of Jezreel, all right, the whole family leaped into action. All right, when the word came that, oh Lord, Jonathan's gone, he's dead. Saul's gone, he's dead. The whole family went into panic. All right, the whole family went into panic. All right, and it said the tidings came of Saul and Jonathan out of Jezreel, and his nurse took him up. They jumped up and fled. I told you, they started hiding. They went underground. And it came to pass, as she made haste to flee, she took off in a hurry, fleeing. All right, that the boy fell. He fell and became lame, and his name was Mephibosheth. That was Jonathan's son. And that's how he became lame in his feet. Because when they found out that Saul and Jonathan was dead, that everybody, we got to get going. They were hiding so good that nobody didn't know where they were. Nobody knew where they were. They went from royalty to fugitive just like that. They were the royal family. All right? And when the king and all of them passed away, oh boy, they weren't royalty anymore. All right? They went to pauper. All right? Whew. So he had to hire his investigator, Ziba here. All right? Third verse. And the king said, all right, so the king David, he's talking to Ziba. And the king said, is there not yet any of the house of Saul, that I may show the kindness of God unto him? Now listen how Ziba responds. And Ziba said unto the king, Jonathan hath yet a son. All right, so we got some intelligence here. We know that Jonathan had a son. Okay, he's got a son that's alive, which is lame on his feet. So, did you see how Ziba responds here? Ziba is actually trying to cover for Mephibosheth. He says, yeah, there's one left. There's some of Saul's household left. But David, he ain't no threat to you. He's lame on his feet, man. He's crippled. He can't walk. he no threat to you. All right, Zip was trying to cover for her. All right, so after this, look here. He's trying to cover for her, and David, but Ziba missed an important part here. In the 3rd verse, he said, and the king said, is there not yet any of the house of Saul that I may show kindness of God? He didn't just say he wanted to be kind to him. He said, I want to show them the kindness of God to him. Ziba missed that. I think Ziba really missed that. All right? And, to show kindness, the kindness of, if just man be kind to you, that's wonderful. If man be kind to you, that's a good thing. If you can get people to be kind to you. But when you get the kindness of God, that's much better.
Amen.
That is much better. Come on, you got a question here? Yes, sir.
Was Ziba not trying to discredit Mephibosheth?
No.
What if he did hear him already say that?
Say it now.
Like he was talking to Ziba, David was talking to Ziba, and he said you want to show him the kindness of God, but what if he did hear that and was trying to discredit Mephibosheth?
Discredit Mephibosheth?
By saying that he wasn't on his feet. Why would you want to show this guy the kindness of God?
Well, I don't know, because of what happens later on in the scriptures. We'll see some more of him. Because Ziba's got a good heart. Ziba's got a good heart. You're gonna see it in a little bit. Ziba's a cool guy. All right, because he works for David. All right, he's kind of on David's staff. He's like in-house intelligence. All right, and Ziba's cool, and he's almost like I said, trying to cover. There's another one. But why did he bring up his lane? Why don't worry about him. Almost. All right, but watch this, okay? Now, like I said, he wants to show him the kindness of God. He wants to show him the kindness of God. The kindness of man is good, all right? But the kindness of God is better. The forgiveness of man is good. You can get man to forgive you, that's good. But the forgiveness of God is much, much better. All right? Man says, if you don't do it anymore, I'll forgive you. That's man's forgiveness. God's forgiveness is, I'm going to forgive you, and I know you're going to do it again. That's God's forgiveness. That's the kind of forgiveness that God gives you. And a perfect example of this is the woman that was caught in adultery. Everybody was ready to stone her, right? Because she was going, yeah, we're going to get you. And what does God say? He said, where are your accusers? And she says, I have none. And the Lord says, neither do I forgive you. Now, go and sin no more. He forgave her first with no guarantees that she was going to do right. Oh my goodness, that's how God does things. God, the kindness of God, the forgiveness of God. Oh my goodness. It said, while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. All right? You think you get anybody to go that far out on a limb for you, and you still cutting the food? That's further than grandmama love. Grandmama love you now. They'll put up with a lot of stuff, but grandmama said, that child ain't gonna do no better. Is it? Grandma comes to that point at some time. It's just gonna forget it. Don't send it to another class. Don't waste the money, child. When grandma comes to that sometime, God don't never get to that point. He don't never get to that point. Oh my goodness. Oh, that. Big difference. Now the kindness of God, is given to us. The kindness of God is given to us so that we can give it to somebody else. I forgot about what I said. I'm covered there. All right? The kindness of God, all right, is given to us so we can give it to somebody else. All right? But the problem with that is, all right, have to look real hard in your life to find that kindness of God. Because the devil always try to hide it from you.
Amen.
The devil always try to hide that, how good God been to you. He tries to hide that from you all the time. So for you to give it, you got to realize that you got it. All right? So you can give it to anybody. Now, David could have easily been so caught up in, man, I'm going to kill Goliath with his family, and what do I get for it? I'm out here running. David's chasing me down. He's hunting me down. Saul is chasing me down and hunting me down. All right? And he could easily forget that God was so gracious to give him the strength and the ability to kill Goliath. He could get caught up on the negative side.
Amen.
I'm out here running from Saul. I was in the cave and they came in here and almost caught me in here. He could easily forget that the Lord kept him hid. I'm out here running from Saul, slip up on his army and cut his skirt off. And wow, I shouldn't have to be out here like that. Just shouldn't have to be. You can easily forget the grace of God that kept all of Saul's men fast asleep.
Amen.
Didn't kill him. I'm out here. I'm on the praise team in the palace. I'm ushering in the Spirit of God. I'm playing my music, playing my harp, trying to calm down these demons in Saul. And he's throwing spears at me. That's where the devil want to direct your thinking. All right? But you have to look hard and fast that the Lord was so gracious unto David to allow him to be missed by the spear 3 times.
Amen.
3 times. Oh my goodness, David. Saul tried to kill him with that sword. 3 times. Could you imagine the music team over here playing and somebody's just so mad at him, they throw a spear over here at him. Brother AJ's plucking away over here. And somebody get up, just get upset. And he ducks out of the way. What do you think he's going to be thinking about? What in the world wrong with them people? I never going back in them. Good, great. That's normal. That's normal where your mind goes thinking. Your mind don't usually go, oh, I thank God. God is so gracious to me. Oh, he allowed me to see that spirit coming and just play my note, move out the wall. God is gracious to me. When I get into a position, I'm going to be gracious to other people. I'm just going to give them. That ain't normally where your brain works, right? But I ain't never going back there again. That's the last time. Put back up and roll up my card. I'm out of here. All right? That's it. But you have to think. You have to really think about how good God has been to you. You have to think about it. Think about how gracious God has been to you. How much grace God has bestowed upon you. No matter what your circumstances is, all right? And I'm not making light of any circumstance that anybody's in, but there's someone that's in a worse circumstance.
Amen.
There's someone that would trade circumstance with you in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. They'd be glad to. Wow. All right, let's wrap up here. Let's get going here. Woo. If the truth be told, all right, we relate to people how we feel God relates to us. If the truth be told. All right? This is supposed to be with church folks. They relate with folks the way that they feel God relates. If you see folks that have no sense of humor, they're just all dry and everything, that's kind of how they feel God relates to them. If you see folks that are just, pretty much, happy and willing to, go out for people, really, forgiving to people, that's how they think God relates to them. That's you usually relate out. Now think about it in your own life. All right? You usually relate to people. If you're kind of closed and you're kind of, waiting to see what people do, before you extend some love out to them, you probably feel that's how God relates to you. All right? You thinking about that? if you're quick to be giving to folks, Scripture says, freely you receive, freely give. You probably really feel like, man, God always giving me something, and I'm gonna give it to somebody else. That's usually how people relate. All right. So in this case, David was willing to give grace and keep covenant because he knew that God was gracious to him and kept covenant with him. I can give this away. I can give this away. God, this is how God relates to me. All right. I can always give this away. Oh man, this is good. Fourth verse. And the king said unto him, where is he? And Ziba said unto him, unto the king, behold, he is in the house of Machir, the son of Ammiel, in Lodabar. So in other words, we find out that they find out he's crippled. We find out he's hiding. He's fearful. And he is poor. Alright? We know he's hiding, alright, because of what the word that came down about Saul and everything. We know he's poor here. He doesn't even have his own house. He's living in the house of somebody else. Alright? He doesn't have his own place here. And he's down there in Lodabar. Alright? And he's not doing all that great. He's hiding out. Alright? And David tells him in the 5th verse, then King David sent and fetched him out of the house of Machir, the son of Ammiel, from Lodabar. Could you imagine how that went? There's a knock on the door. Down here, Machir's house. Then you find out, of course, Mephibosheth don't jump up and answer the door. He kind of can't do that. So, so somebody else answers the door, and maybe Mephibosheth's around in the room and hear, yeah, we're servants of King David. Is there a Mephibosheth live here? Boom, boom, boom. The king's men knock on the door looking for Mephibosheth, and he's hiding out. Oh my God! Can you imagine? Mephibosheth's been dreading this knock on the door all of his life. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They're here now. My worst fears is come upon me today. Alright? And you know how the king's men are. They don't give out much information. And they're going to have to forget, well, yeah, he's here. He's here. Okay, Mephibosheth, come with us. Well, somebody pick him up, put him in a carriage. Let's go. Alright? So they don't tell him anything. Can you imagine what's going through Mephibosheth's man? Oh God, I'm going down here. David's going to kill me. Kid's going to kill me. Oh, man, here it is. Alright? And he gets on down here, alright? And they don't tell him nothing. Alright? He gets down there and 6th verse. Now when Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, the son of Saul, was come unto David, he fell on his face. Oh, mercy, mercy. And did reverence. And David said, Mephibosheth? Alright? Almost, hey, Mephibosheth? That's you? Alright? And he answers, behold, thy servant. Just humble as can be. No kind of arrogance at all. Just humble as can be. He comes and falls down on his face. Alright? And just as humble as can be. And David said unto him, fear not, I will surely show thee kindness for Jonathan, thy father's sake. Could you imagine the weight that is lifted off of him at that statement? Oh, they're going to kill me. That would have been great. That would have been just great right there. That would have been, oh man, just wonderful. All right. Now this is the thing here. He finds him. He has to go fetch him out. All right. Has to go actually look for him. Goes and looks for him. Gets it. All right. Brings him there. All right. And tells him he's gonna be kind to him. I'm gonna be good to you. All right. And that, oh my God, I'm serious. If I was Mephibosheth, oh, thank you. All right. Let me go back down to Lodabar. Thank you. Appreciate that. That would have been wonderful. But David don't stop there. He doesn't stop there. This is where grace kicks in. This is where grace kicks in. All right? And I will restore thee all the land of Saul thy father, and thou shalt eat bread at my table continually. In other words, David tells him, look, your people had a whole bunch of land, a bunch of All right? And you can eat at my table anytime. I mean, you're welcome down the house, you know, come on, kick your shoes off, you know, sit at the table, you know, I mean, you don't invite anybody to your table. All right, if you invite people to come over to your house and be at your table anytime, I mean, just anytime, give them a key. Come on over, whatever. Just make yourself at home. That's somebody that you equate with as part of the family.
Amen.
And that's what Mephibosheth has just been extended. It'd have been great to just say, hey, I gave your father Jonathan a covenant. You know, we made a deal together that I wasn't going to do anything to his folks after he passed away. And I'm just upholding that. That would have been, oh, wonderful. But he went a step further. Grace starts kicking in. And they end our lesson right there. And I just say, man, I can't stop there. There's got to be some more to this, man. I mean, because when grace gets moving, grace is good. I mean, grace don't just stop. Grace is over the top. So come to 2 Samuel in your Bible. Come to 2 Samuel, 9th chapter. They stop us at the 7th verse, but man, I said, they just got it. No. Samuel, 9th chapter, and if we come down to the 8th verse, Mephibosheth responds to David, all right, saying that, you know, hey, I'm not going to do anything to you. You're welcome at the house anytime. Come on in and make yourself at home, all right, and not only that, all that land your daddy and them had, hey, that's yours. I'm giving all that back to you. Not to give I'll get to that in a second, all right? So 8th verse, and he bowed himself and said, what is thy servant that thou didst look upon such a dead dog as I am? In other words, Mephibosheth said, man, ain't nobody. Why are you extending me coming to your table, to your house anytime? Why you extending? Ain't nobody. I'm crippled, lame, I'm messed up, man, you know. But, oh gosh, you gotta understand grace. Grace don't care what you look like. Grace don't care what you've been through. Grace is just good. You can't earn grace. You can't buy grace. You can't be good enough to get grace. I mean, grace is just, oh man, that unmerited favor. You can't do nothing to get this.
Amen.
This just has to be given to you. And David is giving it. He's giving it now. And check this out. Check this. It gets easier. See, that's the thing with grace. Grace just gets better and better. 9th verse. Then the king called to Ziba. Now, it's one thing to give somebody a farm. All right? So Saul didn't have a lot of land. So David gives all his land back to Mephibosheth. So it's basically a big, huge farm. You give a crippled guy a big old farm, how's he going to work it? What's he going to do? All right? What's he going to do with it? Check grace out. Check grace out here. Then the king called to Ziba, Saul's servant, all right, and said unto him, I have given unto thy master's son all that pertaineth to Saul and to all his house. I gave him everything. Gave him everything. All right, Ziba, thou therefore, now Ziba, this you. Listen here. All right. Thou therefore, and thy sons, and thy servants shall till the land for him. Grace just gets good. Mephibosheth just got a farm, a ton of farmland, and workers to work the farm for him.
Amen.
Ain't that something?
Yes.
This guy was living in somebody else's house, in hiding. He's crippled, and he's poor. All right? And grace just turned all that around in one swoop. In one swoop, grace just turns all that around. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. All right. And thou shalt bring in the fruit that thy master's son may have food to eat. All right, y'all work that land for him. But Mephibosheth, thy master's son, shall eat bread always at my table. Isn't that good? Mephibosheth has almost been like an adopted son of David. All right? His father, Jonathan, is dead. David just steps right in. Come on, man, I got you. I got you. You just like one of my sons here. Anytime, come on in, make stuff at home. All right. Now Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. So he had a lot of, in other words, now, this is just so cool. Mephibosheth goes from poor and hiding, all right, to the CEO of Mephibosheth Incorporated. He's in charge of 15 plus, how many is that altogether? 15 plus 20 plus 1. What is that? He got a whole staff there. All right, all in one. That's grace. Well, I'm telling you, when the Lord sets you up, when the Lord starts bestowing grace on you, it is amazing.
Amen.
It is amazing what God does for you. It is just absolutely amazing. It is amazing. All right. Then said Ziba unto the king, according to all that my lord the king has commanded his servant, so shall thy servant do. That's what I was saying. Ziba was a cool guy. All right? He didn't argue with him. Yeah, man, we'll do that. We got you. We take care of that. Because guess what? Ziba was a part of the old regime. So Ziba got some grace too. That's why I say Ziba was a cool guy. All right? Ziba was there trying to protect Mephibosheth. All right? And in doing so, all right, he got in on a good deal himself. Because Ziba was a part of the old regime. So it would have been nothing, hey, we're taking out Saul's people, take out Ziba too. He was a part of the old regime. He was part of the staff of Saul. Kill him too. All right, both of them got some grace. That grace when it starts flowing, oh man, that grace, it flows. Oh, wow. And Mephibosheth had a young son. Mephibosheth got around that. Had him a son. Oh Lord. Whose name was Micah. And all that dwelt in the house of Ziba were servants unto Mephibosheth. So Mephibosheth dwelt in Jerusalem, for he did eat continually at the king's table and was lame on both his feet. Now this is something here. Mephibosheth doing real good now. All right? He's got all these servants. Whoa. Well, they got married, had a child, and everything. All right? Mephibosheth doing all right. Okay? And he accepted, all right, the grace that was extended to him. He accepted it. Because it says here that he did go and eat at David's house continually. He accepted it. Sometimes grace is extended to people, but they don't ever receive it. If grace is extended to you and you don't receive it, it's like you never got it. All right? Mephibosheth could have stayed there and said, oh no, I'm so unworthy. No, I'm going to go back to Lodabar. No, I'm just so unworthy. I'm so unworthy to be in your presence. Look at me. But even through this whole thing, Mephibosheth's condition never changed. But grace didn't treat him any different. He still had his condition. He still had his problems. He was still lame. But grace, oh gosh, grace didn't treat him any differently. Oh my goodness. Now what does that say for us today? What does that say for us? Now if truth be told, we would be, in our modern day, for this lesson, to make a comparison, we would be Mephibosheth. All right? And David would be kind of like our Jesus. All right? And you know that Jesus gave us our life back. All right? We got to take away more from this than this. Oh man, that's a great story. That's cool with Jonathan and David and Saul and Mephibosheth. All that was great. All that was wonderful. But you got to take home more than that from this. All right? And if we look at it, Jesus gave us our life back. All right? Because somebody dropped us. Somebody dropped us early on in life. Anybody know who dropped us? Adam. Adam dropped the ball on us. All right? We wound up all messed up because of who? Our foreparents. All right? They dropped us. All right? They made a mess for us. All right? And who comes along and extends grace to us? Jesus. Come to St. John 10:10. Come to St. John 10:10 real quick. John 10:10. It says, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. All right? That's the condition we was under. We were under a destroyed condition under Satan. All right? But what does Jesus come to do? I come that thou may have life. He wants to give you your life back. All right? He wants to give you your life back. And he wants to give it to you, not just your life back. He wants to give it to you more abundantly. That's what David gave to Mephibosheth. He didn't just give him his life. He gave him life really more abundantly, all right? It'd have been good just to say, I'm not going to kill you, all right? But no, David gave it to him. Man, he gave it to him good, all right? He set him up, all right? And that's what the Lord wants to do with us. He wants to really set us up. He wants to really set us up, but we got to receive it. We got to receive what he's got for us, all right? Mephibosheth could have said, no, I don't want no farm. What am I going to do with the farm? I don't want that mess. You know, I mean, how am I going to work a farm? Just, all like that. But no, just whatever the Lord has for me, give it to me. Lord, man, if the Lord give it to me, he'll give me some kind of way to make it work out.
Amen.
All right? That's what happened to Mephibosheth, all right? So the Lord, what the Lord has, hey, Lord, give it to me. All right? Whatever you give me, you're going to work it out. This family you gave to me, all right? Hey, you gave them to me. All right? Hey, some kind of way you're going to make it work out. All right? These relationships that I'm in, Lord, you gave it to me. Some kind of way got to work out. This job you gave me, all right? You ain't pushing me to go nowhere. Some kind of way, Lord, work it out. All right? Okay. Now, what was lost? Restored what was lost. David gave Mephibosheth all the land that was taken from him when Saul was killed. All right? David gave it all back to Mephibosheth. And that's how the scripture says the Lord wants to give back to us. He really wants to give back to us like that. Joel 2:25. Joel. Joel 2:25 says, and I will restore to you, this is for us now, the years that the locust has eaten, and the cankerworms, and the caterpillars, and the palmer worms, my great army which I sent among you. And ye shall eat in plenty. This is what the Lord has in mind for us. And be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, that he has dealt wondrously with you, and my people shall never be ashamed. That's what the Lord has for us. That's that grace that he wants to extend to us. He wants to extend to us that type of grace. All right? Jesus, being our great leader, wants to extend that type of grace to us. He wants to give us back our life. All right? He wants to give us what was taken from us. The devil took a lot from us. All right? And the Lord Jesus, he wants to give all that back to you. All right? And he wants us to eat at his table. Allow us to eat at his table, and more than just eating at his table, to be allowed to come into his presence. All right? And he accomplished this. It cost him a lot to accomplish this now. It cost him something to accomplish this. Because, you know, when Jesus died on the cross, all right, the skies were darkened. Anybody remember what happened in the temple? Something happened in the temple to the veil. The veil was torn. From where? Top to the bottom. All right? And what did that do for us? That gave us free access to God himself. We don't have to go to the priest. We don't have to confess nothing to the priest. We can come directly to God. He gave us access. In other words, he gave us, come on in. All right? Make yourself at home. You can be in my presence here. All right? And that's the same thing that David gave to Mephibosheth. Come on. You're welcome here. You can be in my presence anytime. Oh, my goodness. the comparison here is just strong. Just strong, all right? Now, last thing here, he gave us some servants. And you might say, what kind of servants did Jesus give us? What kind of servants? Anybody know what kind of servants he gave us? Do you know that the angels work for you? Do you know that? The angels actually work for you. Y'all don't believe that. You can't really enjoy it unless you believe it or receive it. You gotta receive it. You know, you can't be like, I don't want no form. Alright? Let's find out about these angels. There we go. We're getting out of here. Hebrews 1 and 4. Hebrews. Hebrews 1 and 4 says, Hebrews 1 and 4 says, being made so much better than the angels. One and 14, how about that? Let's go to 1 and 14. Maybe that'll make more sense. 1 and 14 says, are they not all ministering spirits? He's talking about angels. They're ministering spirits. They're supposed to minister unto us. All right? Sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation. All saints. All right? That's what they're ministering to. They're supposed to be here doing things for you. Of course, you don't pray to angels. You pray to God. And God dispatches angels. All right? You talk to God. You pray to the Lord. And the Lord dispatches angels. All right? To minister unto you. Things that we have need of. All right? You got to understand that, man, oh man, we've got servants in the heavenly realm that are working for us. All right, Mephibosheth had people working the land for him, bringing in stuff for him, doing his bidding and all. Oh man, and the Lord has given that to us also. Oh man, this whole thing is a terrific picture of God's love, the kindness of God. That's the kind of kindness that God has. God has that over-the-top kindness. And David wanted to show Jonathan's son the God kind of love, the God kind of kindness, not just regular old human kindness. Regular old human kindness, that's good now. Don't get me wrong. But it don't beat that God kind of kindness. So, leadership and grace. For leadership, it has to be so much grace there. So much grace. So much grace. Could you imagine if Adam and Eve would have understood that God was a leader that had grace? How different that could have been? Because AJ touched on this earlier when he says they won't try and hide things. If you understand that God is a leader that wants to extend grace to you, you won't try and hide things from him. If Adam and Eve would have understood that, they wouldn't have hid. The Lord, when the Lord came in the cool of the day, then he came, Lord, we messed up. We messed up. Oh boy, that we messed up. Personally, it wasn't me, it was Eve, but I'm in charge, but we're the thing here. Can you imagine how different that would have went if they understood how gracious God is? All of us would have benefited from it, not just Adam and Eve. Mephibosheth, he benefited from David being gracious, but not only him. Ziba got in on a deal too. So if Adam and Eve would have understood the graciousness of God, all of us would have benefited from it. Oh my goodness, you nailed the point there. You nailed it. Oh man. So in other words, if we do something wrong, if we fall out of line with God, don't try and hide it. Run to God. Amen. That's the first place you should run. Amen. Run to God. You do something, children in the house. If they break something, wouldn't it be much better If the child come to their parents and say, I broke that, you may be upset with them, but what if they try to hide it? And you find it. Then what happens? They would have wished they had came to you first, right? So even in our life, if we fall down as adults, even as we fall down as adults, we got to remember, our leader is gracious. Don't run from God. Don't run from God. Run to Him. People have problems in their life. What's the first thing they throw down?
God.
Throw down God. Throw down church. Go somewhere else. I'm going to go and get some help somewhere else. If you got a problem, the first person that wants you to come see him is Daddy.
Amen.
Daddy, man, if I got any trouble, hey, Daddy, man, I messed up, boy. Oh, boy, I made a big old mistake out here. Whoo, Jesus. Man, oh, man. Oh, boy. You know, you get the lecture and everything, but he comes help you.
Amen.
But if you find out that you done went to somebody else for help, and he was there, willing, able, and can help you, you know how mad he's going to be? You went well and got help from who? Down the street. Oh my goodness. So we have a problem, we fall down, even as what does it say, seasoned saints, you've been saved a long time. Don't run from God.
Amen.
You got to come to God, because our leader is gracious. He is gracious. Oh, we just thank God. That's our Sunday school. Leadership and grace.